Claudia, time is yours.
Oh, I already start here. Oh, it's recorded. Wait a minute, because I invited people to this call.
Yeah, they can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, perfect. So first of all, we just wanted to welcome everyone and thank you so much for volunteering your time to participate in the Africa versus Virus, either as a moderator or as a mentor. So basically, we wanted to take this call to provide you with a bit more information as to what will happen next. But before that, we wanted to give you a short introduction on why we're actually hosting this Ideathon. So basically, long story short, obviously we are currently living in quite a strange world, I would say, for many with the COVID-19 pandemic. And we wanted to make sure that we did something impactful. So we decided to launch the Africa versus Virus Challenge. And it was really with the objective to do two things. So on one hand, it was to identify the most pressing challenges actually caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. And it could be a challenge from anyone or a problem from anyone. So from the restaurant owner to someone working in a hospital, corporate, government, and you name it. And the second part of the Ideathon, it's really meant to bring together the community from Africa and beyond to find solutions to these most pressing challenges that there are. So the Africa versus Virus Challenge is an official initiative by the Africa Development Bank, whereby Luvent Consulting and SeedStars are the implementing partners. So again, we want to thank you so much for joining and participating. And I think this is the time to pass it over to my colleagues to tell you a little bit more about what is going to happen over the next days.
Thank you, Claudia, and hello to everybody joining us, all of our mentors and our moderators. So I'm just going to quickly share a bit more about the Ideathon before we now proceed into the actual how it's going to go. So already we have thousands of participants for the Ideathon, and it's very exciting because all of them have really great profiles and they're super motivated, and we have found that their skills are also very complementary of one another. And so the teams formed during the Ideathon are going to be well complemented teams in that regard. And so we have received also thousands of submissions of ideas and challenges from all of the participants that will be taking part in the Ideathon. We're also very excited and would like to say thank you to all of the partners who are supporting us through the Ideathon. Just to name a few in no particular order, we have GIZ and Microsoft, we have the African Union, we have the World Health Organization, just to name a few there, and all of whom are here to be supporting the Ideathon as we look for the best solutions from the community members to tackle the problems that Africa is currently facing because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So, background about the Ideathon, it's really exciting because it is a bottom-up process where in this regard, us as the individuals facing the challenges in the region are the ones coming up with the solutions now and then feeding these now to our governments and our policymakers and funders or donors, etc. And so that is one very exciting aspect of the Ideathon. It is also global. For those who have seen the call for submission of ideas will recall that we were calling on global citizens, global change makers, because we wanted this to be an Ideathon that's inclusive for all. Despite that, we will, of course, as you know, be focusing on implementing these solutions in Africa. We are looking to bring in a pool of participants from all over the world. It is a co-creation process, not only co-creation between the partners that we have, but also the co-creation between the teams that will be working on the ideas throughout the 72-hour Ideathon. Also a co-creation rather in that we have mentors and moderators who are going to help us to make this a success, as you will be supporting the teams throughout the process of the Ideathon, and we trust that it will be a great success with your support and with your help. Of course, this is just a start for us because we are also developing a partner network that will help us to implement the best ideas rather that we would have found from the Ideathon. And so I'm quickly just going to highlight that it's important that as our mentors and our moderators, you make sure that the teams at all times follow the code of conduct that is shared in our frequently asked questions document. Be sure to make sure that any moments where anybody in the teams tries to bring up a personal agenda, you rectify that, because this is not a platform that they should be using to push their own agendas, as the sole focus of the Ideathon is to work on the ideas that are possible solutions to helping the region deal with the problems brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. So be sure to apply the code of conduct at all times and make this an interesting and a great experience for all. Let there be no bullying or any sort of attacks in any sense, either sexist or homophobic, to any one of the members of the teams. And we trust that it is going to be an amazing Ideathon with the support of all of our mentors. Thank you. I'm going to hand over now to my teammate who will just talk a bit more about the onboarding process and how we are doing in that regard.
Benedict, you're missing the mic.
I'm not muted, and I'm not.
Now it's good, yes.
Okay. Hi, my name is Benedict. I'm from Leuven Consulting, and we are really excited that the AFDB is taking this initiative and finding innovative and crowdsourced solutions to this global pandemic. And we are very hopeful that we will be able to find excellent solutions that can reduce the negative impact on the African continent. We are trying, and we have worked very closely with the German hackathon, which has taken place a few weeks ago, very successfully, with over 40,000 participants. And so we are quite confident that the structure with the Slack and the selection process afterwards of the implemented solutions should be going according to plan. However, there will be a lot of little hiccups and delays, and maybe sometimes a bit technical errors as well during the implementation of the hackathon. So please keep this in mind. Also, understand that we are trying to fix issues that occur. If you notice something, please inform us on a Slack channel about it. But also, you know, if you hear something from your participants, that you can inform them that it's really, you know, unprecedented scale of participation in a hackathon, both in terms of the global level, in terms of African participation. I don't think there was ever a hackathon that had so many challenge submissions, and apart from the German, I don't think any hackathon has ever had such a huge amount of participation. So there's a lot of new land and new things for us to try and to make sure that the communication works smoothly. But I'm quite sure that still on Slack afterwards, where we have now over 14,000 people already signed up and actively communicating, there will be a bit of chaos. So in order to reduce this, we also want to establish the moderators and the mentors and give a bit of a structure to this. So we have signed up over 3,500 moderators and mentors, which is fantastic, because this will be the backbone, and you guys will be the backbone of actually facilitating the communication of over 25,000 participants. In order to be able to communicate and structure this information flow, what we have thought is of a different, let's say, hierarchy or levels, where the core team of the organization companies, so Seedstar, Leuven, and Watt, as well as AFDB support, are always the last go-to point for any problems and solutions that cannot be addressed by all the moderators that are working. Then we have the topics categorized into 9 big overarching themes. and there will be moderators at this level, which we call level 1, where there will be a moderator and 2 deputies at the level of the themes. So 9 themes, 3 moderators per theme, and they will oversee the moderators that are on the subcategories and the challenges and the teams on the levels below this. And so this is really important that these moderators have experience in moderating. So it's understanding what are the needs and how to guide the moderators that maybe have not such an in-depth experience, which will be guiding smaller, sections of themes and of teams. Then the level underneath are subcategories. We will be posting the challenges soon. We have 83 subcategories identified. So these are topics under the themes. So if you have a theme which is health, underneath you have subcategories such as impacts on mental health. And then underneath this, there are specific challenges on how to address, for example, mental health related issues on confinement for elderly and isolation, just as an example. And so it's important to be aware of this hierarchy structure and to facilitate the identification of the moderators at each level, and the participants know which is their moderator and which is the moderator, that they could contact as a backup and so on. And VAT, our tech partners, have developed a platform which is part of the Innovation Lab funded by the African Development Bank as well, where we have posted the profiles of all those 3,500 moderators. And once we have allocated these profiles to the different challenges and to the different levels of the channels on Slack, we will post this and then we will communicate it with the participants so that this will be clearer to identify. And once teams have formed amongst the participants, they can match to the responsible moderators for the Slack channel. The process is similar for mentors. The difference here is that mentors are focusing a lot more on the content of the solutions that are being developed and mentoring the teams in developing such solutions. And at the levels above, the mentoring is working to coordinate the different solution development from a content perspective. And the moderators are more on the process, organizational structure and running of the Slack channels. So I don't know the sequencing exactly. Maybe it makes sense now for Chris of WAD to give a brief overview on the structure of this web tool where the profiles of the moderators are visible.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. So yeah, I'm Chris from VAT, and I'll show you quickly how we are going to be displaying the moderators and mentors to all the participants. And the purpose for this is going to be that teams can find you guys on the platform, and also you can find each other to help each other on specific topics. So let me just share my screen quickly here so that I just literally a second. All right. So what I'm sharing is not yet released. So we will send you all the platform later today. So what it basically does, it's a list of all the mentors and moderators. Don't look at this number because it's not yet correct. We're still working on it. But basically what you will be able to do is to search for people based on the thematic focus. So for example, if you're looking at this topic, we can quickly find the relevant people for this specific topic. You can also see more information of on what kind of sectors this particular mentors work. And I'm just going to go into a really random person here. You can see, okay, there is more information about this particular person. If there is a bio that was provided during the registration to the challenge, you can basically see that information also here. And so, like I mentioned, the main purpose is going to be so that when we are working on the challenges, the teams can easily find you by the thematic focus. We're also forming now the challenges and the specific challenges that the teams will be working on, and it will also be possible to search for the specific challenge. On Slack, I will also send you once again the message. So we've been already providing a type form that is that where you can actually upload your photo, which would be great. Now it's not yet working, but this will give it a bit more personal touch to the whole thing, so people can easily find you and recognize you here. So yeah, so this is going to be shared with everyone. And maybe Daniel, you can explain a little bit about the email, and I will also share my screen and actually show what it is about. You are muted, Daniel.
But thanks a lot, Chris. Yeah, basically we have 3 different categories. We have the global citizens, the participants. We have you guys, the mentors, and the moderators. And you will be divided in different categories Benedict just mapped out. It's now crucial for you to have a to-go place where you can seek all the information. As moderators, you can know which mentors expertise you can find, for example, and as global citizen and team members, you find the right experts called mentors who support your course and team. So therefore, you see under thematic focus their special field, and under sectorial work, the special sectors they are working on. So you kind of can differentiate already between these 2 sectors. If you have any questions right now, please go to slido.com and enter the code 38579 and post your questions, and please upvote it so we can make sure to answer them during the call. And the ones we don't do, we will be able to answer after. Thank you, Chris, for sharing. I just want to give you some general information. Basically, the main work we just mapped out, and why it's so crucial for you to support us, is to do 2 things. As mentors, you are responsible to support teams with your expertise, and we will divide you in an email with clear instructions to join the which team and channel you got to join. As moderators, you are responsible for a number of things. We need moderators who have a focus and understanding how the technical side works, and can answer practical questions. For example, how Slack works, how the onboarding process to Goanna is going to work, and how to find the special mentors you need in order to support the team. And in order to apply that and to feel the structure Benedict just mapped out, we ask you actively to support us fill in the structure, and please apply on the following email address right now if you're interested to support us actively to fill the structures. Under can you show it now, Chris, please?
Yes, just one second. I'm just sharing my screen, and I'll display it for everyone. And also, like we can also post it on Slack actually. So let me just quickly. I'm just gonna write it down into my notes.
I'm going to just read it out loud. It's going. It's ROG. It's org minus me _ more at african-virus.com. So please write us now if you have expertise in moderating events already and fill in those complex structures and guide, give information from one team to the next moderator that they can pass it in, look for solutions, and support each other. Yeah, so that's very important. And as we already said, it's going to be a very messy process. So I really would like you to do 3 things, and to stay calm, to support each other, and to look for solutions, yourself while supporting each other to kick off this co-creation process. And then let's make this hackathon or this ideathon a successful start. We are here to support you, so to find an idea for yourself and for your community. And we are really thrilled to support you in this process. Yeah, and if you have questions, please go to slido.com, and we will go through it right now. So I would like to ask Chris, Benedict, or Florencia to join me and help me to go through them. And so we can answer them together, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just. Can you still hear me? Because I'm not sure if I muted or unmuted. Sorry. Yes, sure. I'm just trying to find out where I had it open. I have it open here, so everyone can we can see also, right? I mean, there's a lot of questions here, right? And they're upvoted from the top. So yeah, I guess we can quickly go through this through the list of at least the top questions, right?
Yeah, but I think we should go down from the list because they're old questions from the days before. But yeah.
Ah, you mean here? Okay, because it's I see there is okay. There is a lot of questions then.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I will just. So is Valencia still in the call? So we can. Oh no, she's. Okay, good. Then let's go over it and summarize them somehow to give you an overview of what's going on.
I think here, Daniel, like some of these questions are also from few days before. They're just basically upvoted, right? So maybe we can.
Yeah, I know. Okay, good. We start them. Do moderators and mentors need to be available 24/7 during the ideathon? No, you don't need to be. We're going to have at least 2 or 3 for each channel and for each group, and you will be guided through a process where you can in self-organization exchange times. It would be nice if some of you would be always there. Yeah, but if you are 3 or 4 people supporting each other and coordinate yourself with moderators and mentors, that one of you will be available, that would be good. Yeah, but I guess everybody needs to sleep, and at least we're in similar time zones. Yeah, and I just want you also to say this call is going to be recorded. All questions are going to be answered, and we will send out an email with clear instruction every day. You need to follow up, and update calls like that you will receive at least once, if not twice a day, with clear instruction, a summary afterwards via email. And so don't worry if you miss something or don't understand a certain thing at the moment. Yes, I mean, we are really smashed by the numbers. We have over 25,000 people already applied, which is amazing. It's a number which is totally took us by surprise. And so the ideas are curated, as Benedict said. They are divided in over 80 subcategories, and you will receive an email shortly with further instructions. Yeah. So I think most of the questions which are here are either already answered in further calls, or we're going to answer them in an email. So I wish you an amazing start to the hackathon. I think it's really crucial that we come as a community together and fight this pandemic bottom up. Develop in co-creation the best solution for you and your community. And from my side, I'm going to say a goodbye for now. Have a great start, and I'm going to hand the word over to Lorraine or Diana. Maybe you would like to say something. Good. Good. If not, then I'm going to say goodbye. Oh, Diana, please. Maybe you would like to say something. Good. Then I think we can close it for now. If you have any questions, please go to Slack to the channels, and please don't forget to reach out to us. Send us this email so we can divide you in these categories Benedict just said. And for those who apply, who are experienced in moderating, who are experienced in certain categories we are going to map out, and who have experience in organizing maybe events or hackathons and like different categories or order of commands, so to say, please reach out to us. We need your support to keep this great initiative going and to improve it. So once again, the email address is org_mo_mi@africaversusvirus.com. Please go and revisit it on the website. Not on the website on this call, and we will get back to you today personally and online again at 6:30 or 7:30 your time. Looking forward to see you then. Goodbye for now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.